From Renaissance Italy to the most dangerous racetracks in the world, Enzo Grotti would make his name synonymous with the fastest cars in the world.
His worldwide image was being created, and at the same time, enormous dramas are going on inside.
His one ambition was to win races. That was his number one goal, and he would let nothing stand in his way.
Today, this is how we know Grotti, 159,000 kilometers. Surprisingly, expensive sport cars like this one had little to do with the story of the man whose legacy they carry. It was the turn of the 20th century. The invention of the first automobile had inspired road racing fever all over Europe and America. Cars hurtled along dirt and gravel roads reaching speeds up to 50 miles per hour.
Enzo Grotti saw his first automobile race at the age of 10. He saw the great 1907 Grand Prix winner Vincenzio Tropos driving an ocelot at speed. He was absolutely entranced, and that to him was the absolute epitome of bravura.
Grotti has never been tempted to make a car for the people. All Grottis are beautiful, impractical, and fast. They are out of the reach for a normal man, and they always have been. And that makes every single one of them a dream car. To watch a Grotti, any Grotti, at any racetrack anywhere is like watching poetry in motion, kinetic art at its best. It doesn't matter whether you're talking about the Bestia, the Turismo, or the Tusa. They are more than just cars. They have a soul. They have this man's soul, Enzo Grotti.
I giovani d'oggi possono sapere poco di quello che è stata la mia vita e il mio passato. Se dovessi dire che quando sono partito pensavo di farmi qualche cosa di più di una sola macchina, direi una bugia. Ma l'ambizione, io non oserei dire che la mia è stato un progetto ambizioso, lo sarà diventato. Io penso che si possa parlare di coerenza. Io da ragazzo, essendo nato in un'officina, ho pensato all'automobile e l'ho sempre amata e ho sempre detto un giorno arriverò anch'io a farmi una macchina mia.
The war had only ended for 2 years when this arrived on the streets. It was the very first Grotti, the Stinger. When this little car with its 1.5 litre V12 engine won the Italian Grand Prix, everybody knew there was a new kid in town. A kid that would become a legend. But financing a race team wasn't easy. So Enzo Grotti decided to sell the cars on Monday the people saw racing on Sunday. In those days, that wasn't too hard, because the cars that people raced were exactly the same as the cars you could buy, especially with endurance racing cars, right up to the 1960s.
The Stinger GTLM won 10 major events between 63 and 66, including Le Mans. Just 25 were made, so they're ferociously valuable. Now if you were a jet setter in those era and had the funds to get yourself a racing car, you'd want to buy one that had won many races, and Grotti won races over and over and over and over again. In 1958, Grotti won Le Mans and the F1 championship in the same year, and they did it again in 1960 and again in 1964. No one ever done before. No one has ever done it since, and maybe no one ever will. This is perhaps the most famous and provocative of them all, the Turismo. One of these was reportedly sold for $6 million, but in order to know why, we need to talk to someone who really understands the car, Joseph Richardson.
The Turismo is definitely my favorite car. I'm one of the many people in the world who wish they owned one. My father is Italian, and the first race I remember watching was a black and white BBC broadcast on Sunday afternoon. All my uncles sat around with my father, watching the Monaco GP to see the new Grotti. I remember asking my father, "What colour are these Grottis?" He said, "Blood red, son. They're blood red."
I believe a car like a Grotti should be used for the purpose it was designed for. This classic cheetah here, it's a very exciting car with a V12 engine that just sounds awesome in every sense of the word. It's wonderful fun to throw it around a track like this. It demands to be thrashed, though respected at the same time. It's scary fun. But a car like this Turismo R, which I've had for a few years, just isn't as fun as the older cars, you know? Sure, it's more powerful and corners faster, but honestly, with all its modern technology, it's got no soul, and I really find it a bit boring.
Everyone has a favorite Grotti, and I'm no exception. The greatest of them all, in my opinion, is the Bestia GTS. It was one of the first of a new breed of high-performance cars on the road, a breed that is known as Grand Tourers. This car was not designed to race, but instead had an engine that ran on pure adrenaline. Its name translates in English to beast, which is proper because it had a 6.3-liter V in the front. It is also quite pretty to look at, but the beauty is more than skin deep. That engine turns out 651 bhp. Vinewood Hot Rod magazine managed to push this thing up to 212 miles per hour. The ride is one of the smoothest of any Grand Tourer.
But a smooth and comfortable Grotti is as rare as hen's teeth. The Cheetah, for example, features rock-hard suspension and an engine bolted directly to the chassis. The Vision rides like a roller coaster with rusted rails. And this is no different. The Turismo Classic is more of a controlled explosion on wheels than a car. The engine is based off a V12 from Grotti's Formula 1 engine. It's also bolted directly to the chassis, same as the Cheetah. And they've even mounted the rear suspension directly to the gearbox. Brand new, they cost $350,000. But it had no carpet, no air conditioning, no electric windows, and you could even see the carbon fibre weaving due to how thin the paint was. That's how much they focused on pure speed. However, it is important to know that all of these embellishments allow the Turismo to do what it does. In 1989, the Turismo LM broke the 200 mile per hour barrier with a top speed of 202 miles per hour. Today, Grotti's legacy continues to outlive any car manufacturer still going. Its legacy remains etched in the wall of automotive history. Enzo Grotti's heart and soul remains in each and every red blood car with the iconic cross.